still see the windmills all along here. They say Kibbe Mountain. I don't know. The Kibbe Mountain is oh, the Kibbe Mountain Range, maybe we should. Look at this. This is what we want all over the state of Maine. Over 360 miles, old Baldy Badachi wants to put them up. Look at this. Do you know when they blast like this, the nitrate in dynamite stays in the crevices of rocks for groundwater's up high, and then as it rains, it'll eventually build in these cracks where they dynamited, and this nitrate's in there, and then it will run out, runs down. Common sense, water runs downhill. That's that groundwater from up here. And where the hell does it go? Right into a pure mountain streams in Maine that they run pure and clear up here. There's nothing to pollute them up in here on the top of these mountains. I mean, you can, if the water's moving, you know, you can drink it, beautiful. But now, just think about the trout that is going to have to, well, they just ain't going to take it, that's all. There won't be any. And then your animals that drink this cool brook water that runs off in these mountains, all your moose, your deer, and your predators, your coy dogs. I wouldn't mind a few of them drank a little bit of water, but it's unreal. There's no common sense of what they're doing to our mountains. And I hope old Governor LePage is in there, and if I get to it, I'm going to get down there to his house, and I'll sit back and let him look at what's happening up here and what the government just is going to let them do to old Sis. I just swing over towards Sis Mountain right there now. That's Lake Mechanic way out there. You see that big road right there, right down below? That's headed up onto Sis. That's Sis right there. You see the big roads that have got started? Well, yesterday is when they give Trans-Canada, Lurk did, 6 people to go ahead and do the same thing on this range of mountains that I've got the camera back right here in Kibbe. So this whole area up here, before you go into Canada and these beautiful mountains, it's crazy what they're doing for energy. My God, common sense. Hey, think of this, people. Common sense. They, you know, Christopher Columbus, he discovered America, you know. He sailed there, and they said he's going to sail off in the end of the earth, that the world was square and all this. Now, I can remember that when I went to school years back, and they talked about old Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Well, you know how we got here, don't you? Way back then? By wind. Wind. Well, the wind don't blow every day, you know, especially, well, out there in the ocean it don't either. There was a lot of days he didn't know just where he was going to end up because the wind didn't blow, you know, a lot of the times. Now, we'll go back to common sense. And if old Columbus, old Christopher, if he was still alive today and he had his choice to strike out with all the knowledge and technical knowledge we have to produce energy today, to get around, like this airplane is flying, I'm in here now, and all this, do you think he would pick wind? Wind? Think about it. I don't believe it. We've come a long way since old Columbus come across with wind. And here we are going back and staving hell out of our mountains because we call it free. Well, it's far from being free. When we're going to have to pay for this energy right out of our ass pocket for what they're doing up here. We're the people's going to have to pay, and just a few get greedy on this. A few that get the money that own the land and all this and that for this big scam. crazy, crazy, crazy what people will do for big bucks. They don't, well, they just don't give a damn what they do to this beautiful state and these mountains. Yeah. Yeah, they're turning away down there. Can you imagine old Baldy Badachi? It's a damn good thing this is his last term up, but we've got to stop what they're doing to this great state of Maine by putting these monstrosity roads up. Dynamite, dynamite. And this nitrate. I talked to some people there that have had their wells screwed up there by nitrate, and they say the water turns all cloudy. You can't smell it. You can't even stomach it. So they have to cost them to build another well. And usually they go for the artesian well. Well, I'm going to tell you what. This artesian well, they cannot guarantee you when you drill that on your land if you're going to get good water or not, you know. You might be able to drink that, and you might not. People right down there on Able Hill Road, where I live, I've got, for my water, I have a well, and it's damn good water. And I tell you what, my neighbors, he had a well with damn good water in it, but he kept watering his lawn, you know, and by his well went dry. By God, he says, I'm going to have an artesian well. All right. A friend of mine now drills artesian wells, and he drilled a few of them right here on the Able Hill Road. One well is the beautifulest water that you could ever ask for. Up the hill here a little ways further, he drills again. The same guy. You can't even stomach to drink the water. Well, this fella that neighbor up here that had to keep using his well water there to make sure his lawn was all manicured and every grass the same, spear of grass with water. Cost him around $7,000 or close to it, I guess. And I forget how many feet they went down. They went down one hell of a ways. He says, no, he says, I guess that's about as far as I want to pay for going. We'll cap her off there. Well, he can't drink his water. It's all bottled water now he buys. Yeah. Yeah. These ponds here that you can see here, they're going to get all contaminated by this nitrate. And that's what they're fighting now, the war on big words in government. The lawyers, money versus this, versus that. Well, I see a picture, like I am showing right now, has got more common sense of showing you what they are doing to the state of Maine and our mountains is wrong, wrong, wrong. Plain old-fashioned common sense. Oh, I heard LePage well, this was yesterday too, I guess, at one of the meetings there. He was yakking with, had their big meetings with the mucky muck people. I call them mucky mucks and high mucky mucks and the muck. I'm just a muck. Then I call the high mucky mucks, they're the educated people and real sharp. And then you got the high mucky mucks. They're the sharp people that got the dollar bills in their eyes, you know. But they have to know when to stop treading on people and treading on the land to make their dollar bills and make their wallets faster. I mean, it's just plain old-fashioned common sense that I say. You go too far against the people, and they got to pay for this foolishness with taxes out of their ass pockets, you know, like this wind deal. Oh, we'll get back to old Governor LePage. And Yes, the wind people there, Trans-Canada, they're the ones that's doing the wind farming right here out of Canada. Says, can you produce us 5 cents on a kilowatt, I guess, or something like that. And they come out with a lot of big words there, with a war of words, so I say, and the big lawyers. And LePage says, what? I don't understand what you're saying. I asked you a simple question. Can you say yes or no? And they hammed hard again, I guess. And finally they says no. I ain't gonna say no more, but I think we're gonna get smart in the state of Maine and put a stop to all this foolishness what they're doing. And like I say, oh, we've got some of the beautiful lakes up here. That you can see way off there is Mount Katahdin. That is the highest point, I says, in the state of Maine. That's where the Appalachian Trail ends. These people are going to get a real thrill that hike the Appalachian Trail. They can't wait, I know, to get up there on a starlight night and look out across the state of Maine. It'll be all lit up with red flashing lights on all of our mountains. For what? I'm sure we're going to get some common sense to the people pretty quick. That what you can see right there is Pierce Pond. And we're flying down the backside of a Flagstaff Lake here. No, I take that back. I'm looking out the wrong side of my plane. That's Flagstaff Lake right there. That's not Pierce Pond. That's Old Big. That there is. Oh, my mind has gone into a cramp here now. Oh, the Bigelow Range. That's what I want to say. You're looking at the Bigelow Range now, and you can just see it in the back there. That's old Big Sugarloaf ski area there on the backside there. This is this here is a Flagstaff Lake, and it's one long, stretched out, beautiful lake. That body of water that you can see right there that's not hooked to Flagstaff, that there is Spring Lake. I've fished that. I've ice fished it. When the snowmobiles first come out, we would go to Stratton and go across the lake there, and then up the old tote road there into Spring Lake. That right there is Katahdin, like I said again. I'm looking out the other wing here now, out the other way. And then you've got all these little ponds here. East Curry, Middle Curry, and West Curry, all good fishing ponds. And we're back to Flagstaff Lake on the other side of the window here. That dead water that you can see lying down there, that's Dead River. That's Spring Lake right there. There's Flagstaff. I'm going back again, looking back up towards. It's kind of hazy up there, but if it wasn't, you could see them damn windmills from here, just as plain as day, you know. It's I had a friend of mine. He's gone now. He was a Maine registered guide for years and years, and old Pearl, Illinois. He's gone. Kenny Diamond is gone too, from Dixfield. He used to work for Timberlands. He'd walk every day from Mexico to Dixfield, 5 miles, 4 o'clock in the morning. You see him walking down. Never missed a day's work, that fella. Spring of year, him and Pearlie used to come up there and run the big, I don't know what the hell you'd call them, the tugboats or what. They pulled the big boom logs that had the 4-foot wood that they would drive down that dead river there every spring when the water was high, the lumbermen.